Hey YouTube, I'm Marko at Marko Custom Build Models, coming to you today with this 57 Chevy flip nose gasser style car by MPC. It's a post car, not a hard top like the AMT. It's got radius wheel wells, blower engine. There's all the parts list on the back, the bottom of the box there. So let's open this up. I've had this kit open already, so let's go inside and see what we got. Alright, so here's the instructions. I'll put those aside for last. I've been in here, like I said, so everything's in bags, but we'll go through it all. 57 Chevy body. It's a post car. It's got the vent windows, and the trim on this is molded in with all the detail and the word Bel Air. The only thing that's a little odd is you can have a Bel Air post car, but it has the 210 and 150 style trim on the top. The Bel Air trim would come all the way forward. But anyway, there's the car. This has a cowl molded in and side cowl, and it looks fairly accurate to what a 55-67 would look like with the flip, with if you had the fenders off. So yeah, that's quite a nice piece. Here's that iconic 57 Chevy front end. The hood and the fenders are molded together. One thing I'd like to point out on this hood is this piece here gets cut out, and if you look at the model box, it actually has that, there's a piece at the back, and I'll show you what I mean. On the older release, this is an older release, if you look at the hood opening, it actually has a piece of plastic that goes across here, and this is not wide open all the way to the cowl. So that is a difference in the kit from when it was released before. The headlights here open, but I actually did that. The old release was like this. I had cut these open to restore this model to put in the headlight buckets lenses out of the other AMT 57 Chevrolet. So that's other than that, the pieces are the same. So here's the front clip. And next up, we got the interior tub. It has very 70s style patterning, and like if it was reupholstered in the back. It does have the correct sort of side trim here. It doesn't have like the convertible trim like some of the older kits do, so that's neat. All the side paneling is done in like a diamond pattern. Okay, and window cranks and door handles are molded in there. Has a little bit of a texture for the carpet, a tunnel with a hole for the shifter, and some points to locate for the roll bar that comes with the model kit. It's the underside of the interior tub. Alright, so here's the sort of floor pan setup that goes in the car. So the part of the interior tub actually makes up the floor. So you can figure that out when you're painting, that would either have to get painted or glue it together first. That's what I would do, and then spray the whole underside. You got location points for the chassis and some shocks. And other than that, there's your floor pan. Then there's a chassis here. Now this is nothing like a Tri-5 Chevy chassis. This is sort of a full-on custom frame, and this looks familiar. In fact, it's so familiar I'm going to see if it is. Okay, so it's so familiar, I'm going to look up, this is a 53 pickup street machine. I'm going to open up the box here, and I'll see, this one's been started or whatever, but this chassis looks exactly the same as what comes in this Ford truck, at least it does to me visually. Let's see how close it is. Look at that. So, the chassis that's in this car also is the chassis that's in the 53 Ford pickup street machine. So there you have it. That also has a front dump on it. So the chassis has location points for the rear axle and all the pieces that go on, and front suspension. This pin looks like it's actually broken off. It's supposed to have a pin here to engage for the hood hinge and front dump assembly, but I can fix that. Alright, then we have the Firewall. You have to excuse me, a lot of these pieces are off of the tree, so I'll have to show them to you one at a time. That's a smoothed out firewall. Tri-5 Chevys would have a indentation for the engine here, so that's sort of, that would move the engine ahead actually, because that relief is for the distributor on a Chevy engine. So that's the firewall. You have your wheel backs here, the front and rears, so different thickness there. You got this dashboard, 57 dash. It's got a lot of nice detail. Let's zoom in and see if that'll pick it up. Looks like the heater controls are non-existent. It has a radio on the dash, the gauge cluster here, and all the other knobs, and it also shows that it has a clock on the dash. So there's your 57 Chevy dashboard there. Here's a roll bar, goes in the interior. This has a front axle with leaf springs molded in one piece. Okay. And then the rear axle, it's got two halves here, so here's one piece and the other. Glue together to make your rear axle. Okay. Then we got the two halves of what appears to be a small block Chevrolet and a manual transmission. Okay, bell housing. That's the engine halves, and then we have cylinder heads here, which don't have a lot of like external detail, but when you glue the engine together, you get the valve covers on, the headers on. You hardly notice that. Intake manifold is set up for a blower. Okay. Now it's confusing. The valve covers are small block Chevrolet, and these are equally spaced exhaust tubes, which they only had on the big block. Got a timing cover here, and your blower belt set up there, distributor and starter. Okay. These are the two pieces that go on the hood so that you can tilt the hood forward and set it back down. It does come with an exhaust system, which would probably go on, and then you'd have the headers, which you would take the caps on. A car like this, they'll probably, it's like a street strip car, so yeah, you'd have to have an exhaust system on it, right? So there's your exhaust system. You have that other roll bar piece that goes forward to the floor. You got a drive shaft here. We got some headers. They glue together in two pieces. So when you glue that together, you got a fender well header. Got two of those. You got a little piece that glues on, I think, for the chassis, like a cross member piece. You got some rear shocks. And then we got four pieces that hold the wheels on. You can either glue them in place, or you can allow the wheels to turn. This is the steering wheel that the kit comes with here. It's got a lot of flash on it. Clean it up quite easy. It's a racing style wheel. Got a radiator here. This side there's some detail that you'd want to try to lose. There's a battery here. Okay. And a clutch and brake pedal assembly that would glue into the kit. So we got nice bumper detail on the rear bumpers here. Tail light assembly has that chrome trim built right in to go onto the top. Has the headlights. These don't have clear lenses for them, so they're just the headlights and everything molded in one. You got the bullets for the hood. Got a gas pedal here and a shifter. Have a chrome deep sump oil pan. Some valve covers here. There's a blower hat. And the wheels are molded open. There you go. Has a ladder bar suspension for the rear with the leaf spring. Oh, these are basically like Cal tracks or that style. Keeps the rear end from twisting when it's under load. You have front steering detail here and shocks for the front, and then a blower ends. Okay, so there's the chrome tree. That's the back side of it there. One really neat thing about this model is in this release they offered it with two windows, one clear, one blue. I wish it was red, but that's okay. So you have, here's the glass here, we can put that into the car, and it's a full side window, so you have no open windows on the side. Fits up in the body, and then of course you have the same thing in blue. So if you wanted to, you could cut it in half, have a clear windshield, and then rear tinted windows. You could be creative if you wanted to do that. Wish this was red. There's some tires here. They're pad printed. They're beautiful. These are those big slicks here with the Goodyear printed right on the side here. Smooth tires, sand that up, boy, that would look, they look really good on the car. You get two of those. Alright, and then you get two of these little Goodyear pad printed tires as well, which are nice size for the front. So it's a good offset of skinnies and bigs. There's water slide decals here. These are really nice, really bright. You get a lot of colors in here, a lot of nice racing, vintage style racing decals. The big Chevrolet is nice. Valvoline, crane cams, racing cams, Moon, MPC decals, which are nice. The hooker headers are nice. Got some flames here, gives you a couple options to put on the side of the car, or you can use these on another model as well. It's always good to have these water slides around. I saved them up. I got tons of them. So MPC 57 Chevy. Engine build there. Chassis build up. Okay. There's the body and interior. Alright, so there you have it. MPC 1957 Chevy Gasser. I think it's a great kit, fun little build. I might use this one for the 24-hour build this year, we'll see. Anyway, if you like these videos, please subscribe, hit that like button, ring that bell for notifications. Please share and comment, as I love reading the comments. And again, thanks for watching and have yourself a great day. See you on the next one.